So this is not the story anyone wanted to see me talk about, but we're going to talk about it anyway. So news has come out that NASCAR is now postponing the next 6 races and will be resuming racing at Martinsville Speedway on May 9th, Mother's Day weekend. Besides the already postponed Atlanta and Homestead Miami, this now adds Texas, Bristol, Richmond, Talladega, and Dover to the list. And with everything happening with the pandemic, it definitely affects NASCAR overall, and the same with the teams. Everyone understands what is going on. Health and safety of everyone in NASCAR industry, the fans, it's number one. And the CDC, they're restricting gatherings to 50 people, from what I'm recalling. And now the White House now says to avoid social gatherings of more than 10 people. And it's tough to have NASCAR races pretty much, especially when every series has at least 32 drivers in each series. Plus the next 5 weeks, they feature companion races in Cup, Xfinity, it can be trucks, ARCA, etc. But now we have some questions in mind with the schedule. These races are not canceled, remember. They're postponed, meaning they will be rescheduled. NASCAR says in the statement they're committed to holding all 36 races. The Athletic reported that NASCAR is open to as well extending the series past November 8th, as well as doing midweek races, having teams practice, qualify, and race in a single day. So where do these races go? That's pretty much the big question. Well, obviously, we don't know, but I do have some ideas for NASCAR. There are a lot of options that NASCAR has in mind after this 8-some-week break. You're gonna have to have races during the off weeks. However, though, there's only 2 weeks you guys will have off. NASCAR will have off. Well, that's for the Cup Series though. The Truck and I think Xfinity Series, they've got some of their own races, standalone races, during this break. But the main break is because of the NBC Olympics coverage, and it's a summer break for the Cup teams. As well, aforementioned, you can have midweek races. And of the tracks that are affected by the postponement, with 2 races that are on the schedule, Dover is the only track that's not in the playoffs. Remember, they got moved to September 23rd. It's now the penultimate race in the regular season. So, most likely, I could see a doubleheader happening down in Dover on the weekend of September 23rd. 2 Cup races, Saturday and Sunday. But remember, you're going to have an Xfinity Series race as well, a Friday, Saturday thing, with the Truck Series possibly on Thursday or as well Friday. I don't know yet, because remember, the Truck Series only races once a year at Dover and not 2. Midweek races, which pundits have also talked about in the past, could be possibilities. The Truck Series at Bristol, they've done it many years in the past, like Wednesday nights, but now in recent years they've done it on Thursday nights. Eldora as well. The beginning of it, that was run on a Wednesday night. The past few years, they're going Thursday night, and I think they're still doing Thursday night this season, maybe Friday night, because that's during the summer break the Cup Series has. I'm not too sure, though. But there are some opportunities in the regular season, and I know NASCAR wants to do them in the summer, but they're really not that far away once the season gets back going. And an example I look at, the fact is that Richmond got postponed and the season resumes in Martinsville. Both of those races, they're in the Commonwealth state of Virginia. So you could see a midweek race possibly on a Tuesday in Martinsville, or even a Monday. Because I don't think Richmond and Martinsville are that far from each other. Both short tracks, obviously. And so you'd have to have Richmond obviously after Martinsville, because that's when racing right now at the moment is expected to start back up. Another possibility, and I'm sorry to all you that love it, could be the cancellation of the AllStar Race this year and swapping it out for an SMI track like Atlanta, Texas, or Bristol, because they're open at the moment. But remember, it would affect the Truck Series schedule because it is a companion race at Charlotte to All-Star Night. So I have a feeling that could possibly happen as well. Most likely you will probably see cancellations in the Trucks and the Xfinity Series schedule for some of the races. Probably most likely only though in the regular season, not really in the playoffs. The Cup Series though, still they want to do all 36 races at the moment, but once again we'll just have to wait and see when it comes to that part. Anyway, continuing on, the Athletic had also said the midweek races likely to happen during the summer break. So perhaps either Talladega or Homestead could take place before Daytona. I like Homestead here in this going because it's in the same state when you think of it logistics wise. Talladega I wouldn't be sure on because this would be 2 races in a row. You'd have to have the plate cars out, and plate cars at Daytona and Talladega are usually the same, and it probably wouldn't be that much time in between. Definitely wouldn't be that much time in between to fix wrecked race cars and bring them out to the next plate track the next week or something like that. So it's kind of risky, especially with the wrecked equipment. Maybe Bristol potentially racing on the day race, potentially racing before or after Kentucky, middle of the week. I'm trying to remember my geography, my mental geography. Tennessee and Kentucky are near each other, I think. I don't know, though. So I could see that happen. But no question, though, these 2 off weekends that are during the Olympics time in Tokyo, which we don't even know if those are going to happen or not, they need to be filled with racing. No surprise there. And you got to fill it in with tracks that aren't really in the same region as others. However, the tracks that I don't really do have left, because if we look at the list, I had already said Homestead, Bristol, Richmond, and Dover, used as midweek or doubleheader races. Atlanta, Texas, and Talladega are left. This likely means that they would fill in the Olympics, with 2 of those races happening on a Sunday afternoon, and on one of those other races most likely happening in the middle of the week. Most likely filling the Olympics coverage. I have a feeling as well that Fox could be taking those back from its content. After all, those are their races, and NBC/NBCSN are committed to the Olympics in Tokyo for 2020. However, though, I do not know at the moment how those television deals would fall into place, because this is just a freak moment at the moment with this pandemic. Looking at teams as well, I did see a tweet come out earlier on from Tommy Joe Martins how this will affect teams overall. Teams are in a standstill right now. They're not really making money off of these races / sponsorships and stuff like that. The only way they're really making money is through merchandise at the moment, at their team stores online or offline, on Fanatics or something like that. It's a really tough break for these guys right now at the moment. So yeah, I had seen a tweet as well. Let me look it up right now at the moment from Tommy Joe Martins, who was supposed to be driving this past weekend in the 44 in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. He said in this tweet, it's a tough situation for everyone, not just the small teams. A lot of people will be out of work during this period. My job as an instructor has been put on hold as well. We'll do the best we can to help our people, but we're on pause like everyone else. Heard it from one of the bigger small team drivers, or I don't know if I should say underfunded, but one of the drivers that are just trying to work their way up as hard as possible using their own money. Now, before I go, I do want to talk about as well the big success we had on the channel this weekend, the Mach Racing. As you guys know, I did this in order to provide the motorsports fans stuff that they missed. A lot of you guys got your motorsports treat through iRacing, the Replacements 100. However, though, my motorsports stuff I got, considering with the viewership I get on my channel, I did not expect anything like this with the support. I think in the entire weekend, considering how small I am for a channel, I should say, I gained like 13 subscribers. We had about 500, 600 some views combined for all 3 races, not on one race only though, but all 3 races altogether, 500 or 600 some views, and I can't thank you guys enough for the support. The Mach Racing really turned out better than I thought it was at Atlanta at 100% Racing. I promised you guys I would continue it this weekend at Homestead, Miami, and most likely we will be continuing it for the next few weeks as well while NASCAR is away. A lot of you guys requested IndyCar as well. Unfortunately, I cannot do the IndyCar stuff because my computer right now is not really powerful enough to work on the 2019 IndyCar mod that is out at the moment. I don't get that much frames per second, so you guys will not like the quality I would be putting out. The Cup Series mod obviously has a lot of good frames per second, and same with Xfinity and Trucks, their current mods, and we will be sticking with that. But yeah, Mach Racing. I did just have the 3-wide schedule on my laptop here. So the times for these races, we'll do the Trucks Friday night. It says on NASCAR schedule 8 o'clock. Yeah, we're not doing 8 o'clock. Most likely either 6:30 or 7 o'clock Eastern time. Stay tuned to the Discord for more information on that. The Xfinity Series says 3:30 p.m. I'll likely move that back to probably 2:30 p.m. And then the Cup Series race, I will set that at 1 p.m. because there is no NOFS or New Era Cup Series happening this Sunday afternoon. It is a Saturday night race at Homestead Miami Speedway. So that's going to do it right now for this fireside chat. We should pretty much say at least for right now. If you guys did enjoy my content, highly encourage you guys to be a patron on my Patreon. Plans start at $1 a month. I'm going to get that back going soon since I got nothing else to do at the moment. I can't call games right now. I'm still on leave at the radio station after my fall I had. We're just in a weird state of mind at the moment, and only thing really I can do is just provide the best I can do right now, provide you guys with some Mach Racing and NASCAR. But finally, before I go, I'm going to say it once again, stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands. I know I was itching my face earlier. Please don't touch your face. I just had itches real quick, but yeah. Try your best not to touch your face. Wash your hands, use hand sanitizer 20-second, and don't be panic buying toilet paper. I mean, come on. What the heck is this pandemic going to do with toilet paper and stuff? Hand sanitizer, I get it. But wash your hands, hand sanitizer. Pretty much simple as that. We're all in this together and we can beat this pandemic. Appreciate you guys watching the video. Fun little fireside chat with you guys. Looking forward to bringing out the next video for you guys whenever it is. And until then, peace out.